Hey everybody, how you doing? I just want to show you guys before I start my new Randy Orton video. I'm not sure what to call it, but it'll be a cool title. Okay, first off I want to show you my shirt, which is from the movie Suicide Squad. That's Harley Quinn. Will Smith is somewhere there. Will Smith's awesome in this movie, man. And the Joker, their relationship, Harley Quinn and the Joker. I'm a big DC guy. You know, I care about Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, but I don't really like Batman. I like the first three Batman movies. Like Batman Returns, Batman Forever. That one's my favorite, Batman Forever. Batman Forever. But Superman's my hero. Right here. Superman right there. And anyway, yeah, this is, well, Randy Orton, as we know, is part of WWE. He is my favorite wrestler from WWE, as you can see, RKO tattooed. And my favorite wrestler from ACW is Lance Archer. Now, here's how it would go. If Randy Orton made it to quit WWE and made it to AEW, this is the storyline I'm gonna create. I'm gonna make this video long. This is the story of the storyline they would have if Randy Orton came to AEW. And remember, at this time, Lance Archer is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, it all closes down. Then Randy Orton walks out. Steps on the stage and says, I am now a part of AEW. I am here. And none of you motherfuckers mean shit to me. Randy Orton become a bad guy right away. He'll be like, fuck y'all, man. I'm the freaking champ. Because they curse and swear at AEW. So if Randy Orton made it to AEW, he can say fuck, shit, whatever. He'll be like, I heard you all have a champion. And then Jake the Snake will walk out. Because Jake the Snake is Lance Archer's manager. Jake the Snake would walk out. And he'd be like, hey, Randy, good to see you again. I remember when I used to change your diapers. I remember your father, Cowboy, Bob Orton, got me to change your diapers, man. And Jake the Snake was like, he'll always say, your father's my best friend, man. Cowboy Bob Orton is my best friend. I treated you good. Even though we had that mishap with the snake in WWE, but we do things different in AEW. Let me introduce my monster, Lance Archer. Then Lance Archer would walk in. Lance Archer would walk in, and he'd be like, listen here, kid, You're not gonna make it to the title. I know that's what you want, Orton. You want to win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And Randy Orton will be like, I challenge you. Steel cage match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I came for your title. That is why I am here. Not to wrestle, but to be AEW champion. And then Lance Archer will be like, "You're barking up the wrong tree, kid. You're sticking your nose where it shouldn't be." And then Lance Archer says, Jake the Snake, I'm going to give this guy a chance at the title, man. Give you the chance at the title. We're going to call. And then they go to the next pay-per-view. Then the pay-per-view starts, and then Randy Orton comes out with a new song. It'll probably go like this, I'm stronger than you. I'm stronger than you. I can beat you with the game. And a song like that would play while Randy Orton walks down. But Lance Archer's theme song is the best. It even has Scarface right at the beginning of his theme song. Everybody, when you know Scarface? When he says, everybody, he says that on the song. And then it goes, everybody dies, and I'm gonna take my time. And then Lance Archer will be like, walking in with a song, everybody dies. And then he enters the ring, they look at each other. Then they start wrestling. And then Lance Archer just does the choke slam once. Then Randy Orton tries to get him into a full Nelson. He gets him into a full Nelson. But then Lance Archer reverses it and throws it into a choke slam. That's choke slam number 2. Then he waits for Randy to get on his feet. And then he goes after him again. And lifts Randy Orton up over his head and under himself and does the body slam. Boom. With power like The Rock. You know The Rock's body slam? That's the same fucking body slam. And then Randy Orton hits the RKO. He hits it. Boom. He thinks he's won. But Lance Archer kicks out after 1, 2. Then Lance Archer kicks out. And then Lance Archer kicks out. And that's when he stands up and gives Randy Orton a 4th choke slam. And then Randy Orton is trying to get to the ropes. And he pulls himself up somehow. Because Lance Archer, when you fight him, man, fuck sakes, you better be a good wrestler. Anyway, Randy Orton's pulling himself up. And Lance Archer's like going like this. Free shot. And then Randy Orton runs. Makes it look like he's going to do a clothesline. But instead he does a RKO. Boom, that's RKO 2. And somehow he hits the RKO 4. So far 4 RKOs. And so far 3 choke slams that Lance Archer has done on him. And then Randy Orton jumps on the ropes and jumps, knocking the guy down. Boom. And then Randy Orton's like, I have to escape this cage. And then he just gives up wrestling, climbs the chain, the steel cage. He's almost out, but Lance Archer gets to his feet and pulls him off before he becomes world champion. And then he grabs Randy Orton's feet and does a cool submission move, man. Like he does a cool submission move, you know? And then Randy Orton, by some miracle, Lance Archer hits the 5th time choke slam. And Randy Orton can barely get to his feet. So Lance Archer starts climbing the gate. He's climbing the gate. Randy Orton's getting up. Lance Archer's climbing the gate. And he makes it. He's at the top, but Randy Orton climbs the ladder right fast and grabs Archer, throws him down. And Randy Orton, with everything he had, after taking 5 choke slams, He's given everything to climb the gate. And then guess what happens? He climbs over the gate. And once he hit the ground, his song goes on, and it says, "You're a winner and new AEW champion. Has escaped the cage, and it is Randy Orton." And then he gets the title. But then next week, Lance Archer comes out of the locker room. And into the ring, and he's like, I was robbed. Randy Orton hit the guy with 4 RKOs, right? So his head was already fucking messed up after Randy Orton pulled him off the steel cage. His head was already fucked. You know what I mean? But Randy Orton survives 5 choke slams. Barely makes it out of the cage, and he makes it out. And then Lance Archer the week later on AEW says, I want a rematch. I want a fucking rematch against you. I want to take my rematch clause. I want you to put your title on the line, not at a pay-per-view. I'm talking tonight. We will wrestle for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And Randy Orton's like, let me pick the stipulations. And Lance Archer's like, what are the stipulations of the match? And he's like, I'll give you a stipulation. It's gonna be ladders and tables and chairs. Ladders, tables, and chairs. You know? And then Lance Archer's like, let's make it more interesting. Let's make it a street fight. A street fight in this building for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship of the world. And then that night, they start having a street fight in the locker room. Apparently, they started in the locker room. The referee says, I'm starting this in the locker room. And right away, while they're taking a piss, Randy Orton is opening up Lance Archer's thing. He's watching Lance Archer take a piss, but then he grabs him and pulls him out and smashes his head on the fucking glass. Boom! Randy Orton keeps smashing Lance Archer's head on the glass. His head busts open right here. The glass busts the top of his head. And then Lance Archer, bloody coming down, grabs Randy Orton. Grabs him. Grabs Randy Orton. Grabs Randy Orton. And kicks him down the hallway. Keeps grabbing his head, slamming Randy Orton's head on the wall. Boom, 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 boom. And then Randy Orton starts running. He's not running away. He's running to a different spot. And he ends up running right outside the gate into the AEW ring. And then Randy Orton walks in and says, let's see your choke slams now. And then Lance Archer comes back out to the ring. Right away, Lance Archer guts him. Lance Archer guts him in the headlock. The choke slams him. Boom. Then he grabs Randy Orton, pulls him back on his feet. Another choke slam. But Randy Orton's able to get away the third one. He's able to get away from the third one, stands up, and then Lance Archer kneels on the ropes and does a clothesline. Boom. Randy Orton's dazed on the ground because he hits it. He hits the thing I just said. The choke slam. You know who's known for the choke slam in WWE? JBL. John Bradshaw Layfield. He made the chokes, the thing I was talking about, the choke slam. He made it. JBL. Anyway, then they're in the ring. Lance Archer throws Randy Orton against the things on the side of the ring. And right when Lance Archer's coming at him, Randy Orton somehow hits the RKO. Boom. First RKO, second choke slam. And then second choke slam, and then Lance Archer brings out a fucking bat. He brings the bat out. Randy Orton's already on his feet. Lance doesn't realize. Randy jumps, and the thing hits Lance in the head. Boom, they're down. And then Randy Orton grabs the thing from him, bashes it on his head. He's already opened up, right? So he's blood everywhere, and he's just bashing him over the head. And then Randy Orton climbs up on the ropes the last time, waits for him to get up. Lance Archer gets up, but Randy Orton's right there and flies off the rope and somehow gets Lance Archer in the RKO. Boom! The RKO lands on 2 chairs that were put there. He lands on both chairs, and Randy Orton puts his hand over Lance Archer. Referee comes. 1, 2, he kicks out. And then Randy Orton grabs Lance Archer, throws him in the ring, and climbs the ropes. He's climbing them, but Lance Archer's trying to get up. And Randy Orton's just waiting there till he gets enough, till he's able to jump from the top rope. And then Lance is in perfect area. He's standing up. But remember, at this point, Randy Orton went through 3 choke slams. And Randy Orton, I forget who I was talking about, Randy Orton or Lance Archer. Anyway, Randy Orton, after getting 3 choke slams, jumps and grabs Lance Archer on the arm. 3rd RKO. Randy Orton covers Lance Archer. Referee comes. 1, 2, 3. And then they say it. The winner of the match, and still AEW World Champion, Randy Orton. Anyway, that's my Randy Orton video and Lance Archer. Lance Archer's called the Murder Hawk. Randy Orton's been called Randy Orton, the Viper, RKO, and the Legend Killer. Anyway, I'm going out for a smoke break. Thank you for watching my video.